Glad to be back out here. You can tell it was spring. I mean, effort was good, but still sloppy. I mean, first day back after spring break, kind of figured it, but had some good things. I mean, just got to continue to get a little better in that. We were had a good tempo going before we left, and today was a really good tempo. You can see it got a little tired at the end. In spring break, them 10 days off. I don't know, they're supposed to have been running, but I don't know if they were. But it was still good effort. Just got to clean some things up. We got young guys in a lot of positions, and typical spring. So we'll see. Questions?
When your team has a day like this where they're not doing the things you look for,
I knew they weren't going to do it going in. That's what first day back from spring when you break like that's why breaking doing it before spring was crazy. But you can't. We didn't have the way this calendar laid. You couldn't do it. So I'm not disappointed at all. It's about what I expected. But at least there was effort and there was. And after they made a mistake, we go back after it. You know what I mean? That's what I wanted to see. And I saw it.
From what you did the first week, was the retention rate there today?
Yeah, but we had a bunch of new stuff. We ain't got time to wait. This is like a fourth day. We were in a ton of red zone stuff today. A lot of running stuff and a lot of red zone, and that's the hard part. When you get in the red zone, third down stuff, that's when stuff really become offense and defense. You know what I mean? When defense have a little mental bust here and there, and offense, have a player and it didn't have a mental bust, But there's so many different things and different new guys out there. But I was very pleased with the effort. We just got to get cleaned up, and that's typical. I thought we'd be right where we were today.
When are you planning the first scrimmage?
Next Monday.
So all the guys had the extra pads now. It's kind of extended to most of the team, I guess.
Well, this came in.
Okay. What are any early results or anything with them so far?
We got a guy or two dinged today, so I don't know. We'll see how it happens. I don't know if they're concussions or not, but we'll try them out and see. Try anything that will help.
Saw Maven, the knee brace.
He's had it on every day. I mean, he's always had that knee.
Jimbo, how's George Campbell doing?
Okay, getting back in shape. He's still not all the way. He just now got released. He's practicing getting through it, but he's getting his body back into shape, and he's still got ways to go. But it's not about where we thought he would be in his recovery process.
Is he anxious, kind of enthused?
Oh yeah, no, he's worked his tail. George's a hard worker now. He works his butt off. He goes at it now. I mean, just got he hadn't been doing anything for a while. He just got to get back in it.
Everybody stepping up. You lost all those veterans at receiver, coach. Anybody stepping up out of that group?
Well, it was a shame Keith got hurt because he was playing really well. But Nooney had some plays and Tate had some plays, and they got to continue to a lot of little things, especially when you get in the red zone. That's where one little angle, one little step, the physicality of different things. That's where we're thinking, and that's where we've always been great at it. We've always had great red zone. Like I say, we've been tops in the country for a while, and that's where it's a lot of teaching. So those guys had a pretty solid day. The tight ends and the backs are doing some really nice things in there too.
What have you seen out of the end so far? Guys like Sweat, Burns, Kando, Wilkerson.
It was good to see Sweat back in his hand, feeling a little better from the surgery on his finger. Getting that. Kando was back out today. I'll see he was on the other field for me today, but in boards I saw some good things. Burns, those guys flash at you at times. You're coaching on the run, and we'll look at it on film, but they flash at you.
It seems like with Kando, just looking at him today in drills, he's got to have very quick footwork, real tall, real lanky.
That's why we recruited him. No, he does. He's got a great body, strong, athletic. He's got to learn to play, which I'm sure he does. But he's a smart kid now. He picks things up and very conscientious about his work ethic.
When you have that group, what do you think about what that group will look like once you get?
Well, that's what we're hoping. Healthy? I hope so. We got to get Janarius is in there. He's healthy. He's playing. He's doing good. No, it's all right, but he's doing good. But there's a lot of young talent in there that's really got to learn and take different roles and play. But they have the ability to be some really good players in there.
Is Josh kind of stepping into that leader with DeMarcus gone now?
Yeah, Josh is. Josh practicing hard, doing good. He's still ugly, but and I tease him about that all the time. No, I'm joking.
Between Matthew, Roderick, and Jacob, you have a lot of experience at the linebacker.
Jacob, Thomas flashes at you at times. He's been in college. Rice and Jackson. All those guys. It's a pretty good crew. They jump at you at times. There's a lot when you're doing the motions and different stuff we do. There's a lot of stuff for those guys to process in there, and they're doing a pretty good job.
You have a lot of experience, but also a lot of younger guys. It's nice to have so much experience to help those guys.
Well, it is, and watching, and those guys got to play at some last year. So Emmett and Dontavius and those guys all got on the field, and Thomas has gotten on there before because he's played junior college ball, so that helps. And he's been in this system is very similar. So there's a lot of carryover for him as far as terminology. So he seems to be picking things up okay.
Jimbo, only a handful of Power 5 programs have kept the same staff for, I think it's going to a third season now.
I should fire some guys?
I think so. That's what I'll get to. But that consistency does what for your team?
Well, it lets you know what's going on, gives stability. Guys get relationships. People don't realize, change this, change that. Yeah, that's all great. Everybody wants change in this world now. But then you remember you're breaking relationships. You're breaking how a guy coach, how what he's told to do, how he knows what the coach wants, and how that. There's a whole ball of that, and that really helps when you keep continuity.
So then what's the thought process when you have a deficiency somewhere and do we need to make a change or does that consistency?
Just like you're doing
is that gonna
everything
help?
else. No, just if there's something that we think needs to be fixed, we'll always fix that. But there's not one of those now, so we feel very good about the group we got by far.
Why do you think you've been able to keep this group together?
Old, experienced, know what to do, not enamored by all the things that like young players. Eyes get giddy, want to go, grass is always greener. They've been through that. They've won championships. They've been in big-time programs. They understand what it's about and know we got a great program.
What about the financial commitment from the school to, as assistant salaries rise, to
Yeah,
try
I mean, it's
keep
going to
pace
have to.
with-
Yeah, you got to keep fighting that battle. You're going to have to keep doing that because, and people say, well, listen, this is business. At the end of the day, it's business. Now, guys don't run for that, but at the end of the day, it's got to be very competitive in what you do because that's just the nature of the business. This is whether it's facilities, whether it's off-field support, whatever it is. That's the key to helping these kids be the best they can be in every way. And whether it's those salaries, off-field support, facilities, there's a ton of things, and it's a big commitment. But at the end of the day, it's what makes all the money.